Okay. All right. Talk to you later. Bye. Da-dun, da-dun. It's a joke from last night. One of Aaron's, ooh, buddy, that stage is strong. One of Aaron's jokes. And I was like, oh, dude, please. If you guys have watched Aaron, you know sometimes we have to go, please make it PC, Aaron. It needs to be PC. And he did. So, dead end. Dead end, 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 dead end. I don't know why it's so funny all of a sudden. Good morning, everybody. A little bit of sage for you. You get some sage, and you get some sage, and you get some sage. Yeah. I need it this morning. Good morning, Kim. Oh, that's not me. Hold on. Let me put me up here. This is me. I actually set the time this morning before this and meditated, I usually do Qigong before this if I'm in the mood to even do anything. I'm lucky I have makeup on, all right? Who are we kidding here? But I'm using the sage that, where'd my lighter go? That I bought at the farmer's market. And I like it. I actually like the other one better that I got. I really think this needs to be on charcoal. I really do. I just do. Good morning, Ricky Hale. Good morning. So a little bit of sage for everybody. A little bit of bringing up our energy, bringing up our vibration. Exciting day. So at least I'm excited. So I had something really exciting come in the mail yesterday. Oh, come on. Really didn't bring them in here? That's ridiculous. After the pencil Armageddon, where I had no pencils for the longest time, Renee Shellum sent me a pack of 60 pencils because she knew I was in need. So thank you very much, Renee. I left them in the kitchen. So at this point, I still don't have pencils. No, I'm kidding. I have pencils in my thingy here. In my thingy. I think. Seriously? Oh, it's on my desk. So, what are we doing today? Tonight, I might get on this afternoon. I'm not sure. I have to work in the crystal room. But at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, as yesterday we had talked to, I had talked to Richard from Spiritual Psychics TV, and we were like, oh yeah, we can get you in probably in August. And he's like, how do you feel about doing cancellations if someone cancels? I'm like, sure, that's what I do, I'm here, that's what I do. So then he's like, hey, let's go into the deep end, how about tomorrow? And I went, okay. Let's do it. So today at 1 p.m. Central, you can find me on Spiritual Psychics TV doing free readings, and it's just for fun. I am going to have a good time. I love, this is what I get on for, right? It's my relaxation time. It really, really is. So this opportunity, as it presented itself, because we manifested it, Sam and I had a discussion, and we manifest together. I don't know. Thank you. I'm working on the energy in the room. I really am. I'm missing some things, but I'm working on it. I need to rattle my room today. So Sam and I were manifesting, and we manifest together. I don't know if you have a person that manifests with you, but come on, get on there. Okay. Don't go to where. I'm here. I hit a button. I hit a series of buttons when I turned my chair. My chair thing went on my keyboard. Let me push that keyboard back there. So, so we were manifesting together, and we said we needed a broader audience, because sometimes Facebook will just shut you off for no reason. They don't really care for the spiritual community. So we were talking, and we needed this broader audience. And then a couple days after that, we met this wonderful person, and he has dropped this invitation for us to participate. And good morning, my husband. And I was clear with him. I said, hey, you caught me by myself. A lot of times I have my husband with me, and he says that's perfectly fine. So brush up, Mr. Fry. You'll be online eventually too. We are working on European time, so it's going to be generally afternoon though. So 1 p.m. Central Standard Time today. You can find that link. You can follow that link, or just go to Spiritual Psychics TV on Facebook. But they also have YouTube. Okay, I know. Woo! No, I'm not that good. Okay, so let's do some readings this morning. Let's rip out some readings this morning. I want to go to Ricky Hale. I actually want to go to Ricky. Ricky, whoo, deep. They're like still waters are running deep right now. You have a lot of thought processes going. Are you thinking about some new ventures and adding some things to life? I mean, I just, our feed goes, Jade's Cloud, our feed goes super fast. So I try to go and I get to people that my guides tell me to work with. So I'm trying to hit people today. Yay, I am. This morning's coffee chat is about readings, right? So, Ricky, I just get this still waters run deep thing right now. And there's a lot of thought processes. Oh, I get the idea. Are you here still? I want to make sure you're here still before I go all through this. Because it's important. Thank you so much, Renee. Renee's awesome. I'm hoping to see, well, here's the problem. Oh, okay. So I'm waiting to see if he's still here, if Ricky's still here. Good morning. I'm super excited. Super excited. It's just, and it's congrats to Lisa and all that, but actually it was the membership. It was the people on the feed. It really was the people on the feed. He's like, these people like just come together and they chat and they know each other and they're so interactive. And I got on the feed and everybody welcomed me. It was really amazing. I'm like, the people in the feed, that's it. When I first started, I don't think Ricky's here anymore. Oh, that stinks. I'll have to message him. Because when I first started doing this, it was about community. My guides are like, it is about community. My guides were like, community, my mystical life. We all have a mystical life. It's about community. And I went, okay. And I felt so overwhelmed with the task they wanted me to do. And this was a decade ago. And so I backed away and I stepped back, and it scared me. And when I came back, he was like, Metatron's like, it's about community. It seriously is about community. And I went, okay, let's do it. So then we have all these incredible people. I'm so sad Ricky left. I know Ricky personally. Ricky lives in Tulsa. He was, I took some mediumship classes from Brandy Chrisman that is in Tulsa. She's amazing. If you guys are anywhere near Tulsa, she's an incredible medium if she's offering classes or if she's offering services. And so I'll have to message Ricky. I will put that down here and I'll just start over. Okay, so let's move on. If everybody could share one time, that'd be fabulous. We're doing a little bit more than just coffee this morning. We're going to be doing a flying from the seat of our pants readings. That's what we're doing this morning. Dennis Casey, Dennis. Your guides are like, look at Dennis. You have something going on around you. Your guides are almost like, open your eyes. Come on. Could you open your eyes and see something? I think that there's somebody that's curious about something that you're doing, and they're like a toe in the water. So it's a very gradual thing for you to start noticing. But I feel like someone's going to start asking you a question here and there about some of the things that you're into that might be out of their realm of normal. But I think that there's been a change in you personally that people are paying attention to. They're like, he used to be here and now he's here. And it's going to create curiosity. So foster that. That's what we're here to do. When we learn something new, if somebody wants to know something, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be sharing. Good morning, Tanya Lee. Tonight's class, super excited about it. I actually I've written down Tarot class in my schedule so that I don't overbook myself, because I did that. So, but yeah, I think there's somebody's going to start asking a question here and there, Dennis, and it's going to be a little bit out of character, but not so much that it's not going to be like outrageous questions like, are there aliens? And totally out of character for this person. They're just going to be like small little inquiries. And all of a sudden, they're going to start snowballing, and it's going to be a really cool thing to watch. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I feel like they have a really strong, maybe not religious so bad. It's not like they go to church every week, but I just feel like it's somebody that would normally be like, I don't think so. Okay, moving on. I'm terrified to move because I already shut my screen off and I went to another dimension. I'm interdimensional. We're interdimensional beings, right? Okay, moving on. Let's see. I hope that means something to you, Dennis, because it's somebody kind of close to you. It's somebody kind of close to you, and it's just like they need an awakening. They need to feel better about some of the things that are going on in their life, and it's going to nurture that. Because they're going to start to see a broader scope, because it's like right now their vision's here, and they're going to start to see a broader scope, and things will open up. Absolutely. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, right, Heidi? Good morning. Your friend of yours wants to do a spiritual art party? That's awesome. That's awesome. He's talking about the spirit art. We did a class the other day on spirit art within the membership, right? So this is what we did within the membership, and we talked about how to do readings with them and what we find in them and how they change over time. And that I was encouraging everybody who took the class, do readings with them. They are a lot of fun to offer people, and then somebody has something they can hold and see that changes over time. And this is the one with the guy. And this guy, this one right here, you can see I have like this guy's his knees. Oh wait, backwards in the camera, his knees, right? And he's kneeling down, and then there's, to me, what looks like a torso, but then it looks like there's either a decapitated head or a big alien. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm waiting for it to dry completely, and then we'll go back to it. Okay, moving on. You learn all sorts of stuff in our membership. We are a fun people. Next week's class is Gnome Homes. Last month, about this time, was Fairy Houses. And then we're going on. Next month, we have calling in the angels to the four corners of your property or your home, wherever you want them to be. And then we also have light language next month with Stacy Ham. Looks like a moth the other way. Yeah, this way. Up here. Yeah. But I like the look. I like this view because it looks like this is his heart chakra, and all these rays of light are coming out of his heart chakra. And it's a guy. I know it's a guy, but that's all I know. That's all I know. Okay. Good day from Australia. All right, moving on, you guys. Let's see, who do our guides want us to work with today? Mary Kearney. I want to talk about. Okay. Calm down. You have a very active yippie guide. Like, it's a young person, it's a kid, and it's a young girl actually. And she's like, tell her. And I'm like, chill. Just chill, okay? I haven't had my coffee yet. I'm working on it. Work in progress this morning. Her name is Alice or Alicia. I think it's Alice because it's an older name. I don't usually get that kind of information, so good for you, Mary. I don't usually get names like that. I can tell you what your guides look like, but I don't generally do that, do I? I don't usually do that. I can just tell you what your guides look like. But her name is Alice, and she is very, very excited. And I work with this one guide, and he gives a lot of visualization on the beach. And you guys probably have heard the poem about when you walk on the beach and there's the footprints in the sand, right? I have one guide that works with this particular type of visualization. And as I see somebody walking on the beach, I can tell so much by their footprints that they leave behind. The whole thing is about the footprints, believe it or not. Don't ask me how spirit knows to come across that I'll understand this. But what which this particular guide is talking about is you have diamonds coming up for you. I don't know. They're talking about diamonds in the sand. So as you take a step, breathe, assess, bend down and pick up the prosperity. Take a breath, step forward, bend down, pick up the prosperity. You're stepping, but they want you to slow roll it, okay? They don't want you to just rush into things. They're talking about, this particular guide is so excited. She's like, isn't the diamond beautiful? Isn't the diamond beautiful? I don't know what she's talking about. I hope you know what she's talking about. But also I want to talk about, as every footstep that you take, the footprint fills with water, which is a lot of intuition, which says follow your gut. And then it fills with grass, which means there's prosperity and growth coming as well. I know it sounds like the strangest way to read, but it's the way our guides are always going to come across in a way that they think will associate things with things. So just know that you do have a guide. She is a lifelong guide for you, by the way. She's that feeling of childhood. She's that feeling of joy. And she stays with you your whole entire life. I also want to say, I feel like she has been in a past life with you as well. I believe she's been a sister to you in a past life. And she's super excited to have been able to come in and share this lifetime with you and be a guide. That's a lot of information, isn't it? She says, don't forget to look down. Don't forget to pause. If you're rushing through things, you're going to run people over, and you're going to miss opportunities. So slow down. Look at things. Look at things around you. Okay, moving on. I have no idea, Mary. She's just really super excited about diamonds. And it is about things that last. It's about permanence. It's about, it could be about marriage. It could be, because she keeps talking about how beautiful it is. And as you ask that question, I will tell you, I will always tell you what you need to hear, not necessarily what you want to hear. I'm not going to pander, and I'm not going to blow smoke up your butt and tell you what I think you want to hear. Okay. It's not how I work. If I do that, I'm disrespecting my guides. I'm disrespecting you. I'm disrespecting me. But I'm going to tell you that your guide goes, isn't it pretty? On the left, on the right hand, isn't it pretty? She picked it up. Isn't it pretty? That's the engagement hand. And that's where the don't rush comes in. Okay? I just go with it, man. A lot of us need to take a step back and breathe. If we're feeling overwhelmed, we need to step back, assess our situation, what works for us, what's not working for us, what's causing the issue, and find some peace, right? Because a lot of us just rush through stuff. We rush through stuff and we miss the beautiful things. Can I get a whoop whoop, you guys, from all of our intuitive members? From our late bloomers. Good morning. Love the face. What face? What face? Do I have a face behind me? Please let me know if I have a face behind me. Get it, whoop, whoop. Good morning, everybody. Okay, let's see. All those classes are on the, I'm just now putting up the, the class from Monday because I'm behind. But of course, most of the classes are Zoom, right? So you catch them live, and if you can't, you catch the recording, and then everything's on the membership so you can go watch it all. Okay. So let's see, who do our guides call on next? Don't forget, you guys, if you are on the feed, please share. And I go through up and down the feed. So it doesn't matter if you were on earlier or you're on later. I don't just go from the bottom of the feed. I go with who my guides tell me to go with. And Dolores, Pushio, you're out of sorts because there's an energy shift. We just came out of that Mercury. Do you thrive in a Mercury retrograde? Were you born during Mercury retrograde? You know, some people do thrive during Mercury, and then when it falls away, then they start to feel a little wonky. And that is a thing. Like, I usually am not too affected by Mercury retrograde, but sharing is caring, right, Heidi? I love you. I'm going to mention Salem today, you guys. We are doing Salem. Do I have a thingy for Salem? No, I don't. Go figure that. We have, if you go to My Mystical Life or mymysticallife.com, on the main page, you can find out about the Salem Witchy Weekend that we are going to do. We are going to be in Salem for Halloween. But before that, we're going to be doing workshops of mediumship, and we're going to have readers there. We're going to be doing one-on-ones. We're going to have a lot of fun. And I'm just way excited about this. We have a lot of people coming in, and we are gather like we did in Savannah. Maybe not like we did in Savannah. Savannah was a little off the chain. We do try to gather up and have fun together. And Savannah is going to be one of those times. And then we're going to do a large one in 2022 since we're not doing the cruise. I stepped away from being the main speaker of the cruise due to restrictions on COVID. And we're going to do something really spectacular next year. I'm not quite sure what yet, but the end of our year will be Salem, and then the end of next year we're going to do New Orleans. Okay, moving on. Okay, look at all the whoop whoop. Here's the thing, you guys. Today at 1 p.m. Central is my first time doing this. I'm really excited. I'm going to be on Spiritual Psychics TV, 1 p.m. Central on that particular link right there. And I'll be able to do that. Can I get a whoop whoop? And people on there are going to have no idea what I'm talking about because, of course, we're stepping into somebody else's feed. And they're probably going to be like, what the hell is going on? I hope everybody can take it and stop in for a second and watch. But I cannot see the feed on that. I won't be able to see the feed, which is like, it's hard for me because I like being able to have this interaction. So that's going to be really hard for me. And I'm going to have somebody doing that for me. And I'm just going, okay. But it will meet so many new people. So anybody that's on there from My Mystical Life, please interact with everybody and have a good time because really that's what it's about. And that's why we're on there. I'm not a movie star. No, I'm just really excited. I'm watching their channel here and there, and I'm trying to get a feeling for the station and all that. And it's really cool. It's really cool. And I've been asked to do this before. Okay. And I didn't do it because I didn't like the venue. I didn't like the venue. And they came back and these people are just amazing. I can't wait. I really can't wait because they're amazing. Things seem to be kind of flat right now. Is there a reason? That's why I'm thinking of changing my job from 25 years. Christine, shifting gears, girl. Look how much you've changed in the last couple of years, right? Look how much you've changed. Yes, 1 p.m. today, Central Standard Time. Oh, thank you, Heidi. I'll honestly tell you, I'll never watch the replays of it. I don't watch myself again. I never go back over things. 3 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be 2 p.m. Eastern Time. 2 p.m. Eastern Time. It isn't, sneaky squirrel. This TJ Maxx. My husband is a smart ass. And he went home and packed this weekend in Oklahoma or New Mexico. And he brings home this huge tub, and it says on top of it, it says, 77 coffee cups and 1 bowl. This huge tub. I was like, seriously. Oh, thank you. I collect things that ring with me. I collect things that ring with me. Okay, so let's do first the sneaky squirrel. Let's do that. I'm supposed to pull you a card from what deck? Okay, that one. They make it difficult this morning and say all the random decks. These are my random decks that I don't have anything to put in. Those are my random decks. All the others have stuff. Okay. So sometimes you just have to dig to get them right out of there. Okay. All right. So I am pulling from the Shaman's Oracle for Sneaky Squirrel. I love the names. Sneaky Squirrel. They're sneaky little things, aren't they? Okay. Ooh. Well, my coffee mugs I have they all have to be fun, and they'll have to have some sort of moon, or I don't know why, but this one actually has moons and suns on it. I just found it. I'm gonna start putting messages underneath the bottom of them. You think I'm kidding? Oh, did you guys see that explosion? I'm going to start putting messages on the bottom of them, like if we're going to have a crystal sale or I have a special code. When my Cricut gets here. Okay. It is like a Tiffany blue. It really is pretty. Okay. This is for sneaky. They flew. I had like 12 of them. Normally I pick up the this one. Okay, thank you. Pick them up and read them. But when there's 12 of them, I don't know how much time you guys have. Okay. Oh, there are some times, right? The dancer in life. I want to talk about the circle of life for you, actually. There's something in your life that's coming full circle, and this is for Sneaky Squirrel. There's something in life that's coming full circle. It's going to come to a conclusion, and it may feel almost as if it's like very, very sad, but I need you to know that out of all things that end, there's new beginning. You know, people think of the angel of death, Ezekiel, as this horrible individual, this horrible, spirit that comes in and takes people and drags them off, and passing and all those things. And I have to tell you, he's an incredible archangel that is really quite misunderstood, because what he's doing is he is the ferry between, and I don't know why this is important, he's the ferry between here and the joy of the life between lives. So, some of the things that may seem as sad as ending in life is actually about the rebirth of everything. So dancing in life is finding the joy in the saddest moments and moving forward with them and going, I'm going to take this and I'm going to take this lesson from this and I'm going to rock it. I'm going to make it so beautiful because I learned something. Right? I really don't think it's like the Tower card. This is kind of like tarot cards. They call them oracle cards, but they're kind of like but they have suits. And dancing to me, when I get into a shamanic journey, and because within my journeys, I will either fly or run or dance. Dancing means finding that moment and living in that joy, because we really need to do that. We need to find every piece of, no, this isn't a paid reading. This is just me having fun. Finding every moment. My readings are back up. I will tell you guys that my readings are back up on the books. They've been down for several months at mymysticallife.com under services. But find your joy. Take those sad moments or those moments that are difficult, because we all have difficult moments, don't we? And don't let them get you down. Just find the lesson, dance through it, and move on. Moving on. Right? Moving on. That is the Shaman's Oracle. I might read from them if I have to. Okay, moving on. It is a fabulous, glorious day, isn't it, Sue? Sue Gallion. Sue Gallion, I want to talk about, I want to talk about Archangel Metatron. as I'm sitting here, I don't have my Metatron medallion on. This is how this come about. I don't have my Metatron medallion on, but I get a very strong pull to discussion. And as I'm sitting here, my medallion is sitting right here. And I immediately wanted to put it on. Work with me here. I immediately wanted to put it on. And this is, of course, Metatron's cube. And when I think of Metatron's cube, I of course think of, who do we think of? Metatron. So with you for Sue, they're talking about much higher vibrations than you're used to. Did I put it on right? Pay attention. Right here. Right here. There we go. They're talking about much higher vibrations than you're used to. Notice sacred geometry around you, and they're talking about sunflowers. It's going to be in nature. The sacred geometry that they're talking about for you is going to be within nature. And at those moments that you notice something that is stunning and just laid out perfectly, because everything has sacred geometry, the building blocks of every single thing on this planet is constructed of sacred geometry. The platonic solids, absolutely, 100%. So, but they're talking about sunflowers and flowers. If you're outside, if you maybe you need to go outside and ground or something along those lines, make sure that you're paying attention. It's about paying attention today. You guys notice that? Paying attention, opening your eyes to see exactly what's going on. If you guys send stars, I'm not on Facebook. They still go through Facebook, but please let me know, because I have no idea otherwise. Okay. And I appreciate you let me know, Pam, because I had no idea. You just bought sunflower curtains. Love it. So bring in that energy. Bring in that energy. You know, maybe sage your room that you just put those curtains up in, and heighten the energy in your home, because Metatron is trying to work with you. Do you work with Metatron? Do you work with Metatron at all? Oh, gosh. Oh, man, he has a push for you. That is like a 2x4 to the head. We have something we call 2x4 therapy with Archangel Metatron. And he comes in and says, you're going to work. You need to work on yourself. You're going to work on your energy. You're going to work on seeing and hearing and being more involved in your spiritual progress. And I have to tell you, that's coming. There is 2x4 therapy coming in the form of validation that you cannot ignore. I don't, but you want to. It's coming. It's coming. He loves to work, and he has got a push for you, Sue. He's I'm not saying that. He has the desire to work with you strongly. That's potty mouth is what that was. I can't even say that online. He reminds me of the ward cleaver of the angels. I have to write things down. Hold on one second, guys. He reminds me of the ward cleaver of the angels, and I'm sorry, I have to write things down or I will forget. And is very guiding. So, but for you, he is just, I hate to say, you guys are so fast. I can't keep up. I'm going to try to get to as many people as I can. But guys, just know I'm one person. Okay, no more stars. Okay. So watch for it. He'll come to you in those theta brainwaves right before you wake up fully in the morning. Okay. And he'll just be like, it'll be a discussion. It'll be a discussion. And there'll be sacred geometry involved. And you'll be like, I understand. Be prepared to follow the discussion that you had. Write it down. Write your dreams down. And because validation will roll through the day. I usually tell Sam when I've had something like this happen so that I know I'm not like cuckoo. And he'll wake up and I'm like, you got to hear, I got to add a discussion with Metatron. And he'll go and I'll tell him. And then all of a sudden on television or whatever happens throughout the course of the day, it's dropped. And Sam will look at me like, that is so cool. Just know you're on his books. You're on his books as awakening. I like it. Love working with Metatron. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go on to I love that you bought sunflower curtains. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're gonna move on to Pam Gary. Let me roll back up here. Pam, I need you to know that you have a tremendous amount of change coming. It's going to feel like it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. Might even take your breath away a little bit. Okay. Positive change. It's positive change. Please, please, please call in. Please call in Archangel Ezekiel to help assist with this. Also call in Archangel Michael to provide a little emotional protection. But it's just a shift. And I'm actually working with Archangel Ezekiel at the moment, so I'm supposed to give you some information directly from him. Okay, I'm not going to. I know we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay. He wants to trans channel, and I don't have a ground, and I'm not doing that. Okay, hold on. Okay. He's talking about a straight line. He's showing a straight line for you, and he also shows that it's a climbing of stairs kind of thing. So you're going through a moment of time where it's almost like as if you're coming out of emotional issues and you're just stepping up. It's a slow process. But I want you to know that off to the right, don't ask me why it's to the right, off to the right, when you get to the top of this emotional, what might feel like a roller coaster, you're going to see a star. And he's like, that star right there, that's your star. It's almost like stargazing or paying attention, or someone goes, you see that star right there? That's our star. That's our star. And what he wants you to know is keep your eye on the star. Keep your eye on the stars. Watch the skies. And I'm not saying like watch the skies because they're out there. I'm saying watch the skies because the energy that comes from the feeling of we're not alone and being able to look up and go, I feel that person that I love, or I feel that change. I feel that energy within myself because I'm a higher ascended being. And you actually are. You are a star seed. So that makes a lot of sense. They're like, follow your guides, follow your intuition, follow your lead here. They're dropping things in front of you to help you move forward. They're trying to bring you to your lessons. And what's your life purpose? Blah, 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 blah. Everybody on here knows. I will tell you, your life purpose is going to change constantly. It's not going to stay the same because as soon as you get close to it, it's going to go and shift. And so, but just know that you're working towards something, and there's probably going to feel like a hiccup, but we put those in front of ourselves to help assist ourselves learn lessons. Can I get one of those beautiful pendants? It's beautiful. Thank you. Good or bad? Good. It's going to feel good. Yeah, it's going to feel good. Thank you, Sue. The pendants, I'm not making them right now. This is actually my personal pendant that I made. And I'm not doing any silversmithing right now because my tools are in Oklahoma. And I haven't made any in a while. I have to feel called to do them. So I haven't made any in a while. I appreciate it. But could it be business? It can be business. But it's going to be a very emotional thing. It's going to be emotional because you're going to invest a lot in it emotionally. It's going to be up. And then there's going to be some speed bumps along the way. Don't expect everything to be sunshine, roses, and unicorn farts. It just doesn't work that way. We don't learn that way. Okay. Moving on. Rachel Day. Oh, he is awesome to work with, isn't he, Tosh? He is. I joke about him because I argue with him. But he's very tolerant of me, and it's just like I pat you on the head and go, "That's so cute." You think you're gonna win something? You're gonna see. Okay, moving on to Rachel Day. If you guys are on YouTube, I'm seeing a lot of people on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe and the little bell so you know when we're online. And today we're going to be online with our first time at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be on Spiritual Psychics TV on Facebook and on YouTube. So that's really, really exciting. I'm like way too excited about that. Oh, where am I going here? Rachel Day. Where'd you go, Rachel? Where are you at, Rachel? Show me you're here, Rachel. Show me the Rachel. Show me the Rachel. Okay. Or I have to go scrolling through. So, oh, there we are. Rachel, I'm supposed to pull your card. Also, clairvoyance. Not clairvoyance. Oh, Rachel, this is easy. Okay. Rachel, you have someone that has been trying to get in touch with you. I would give you the message, but you already know the message. I don't know. Very vague, right? So they're talking about your medium side. You are very sensitive to this type of thing. Are you aware of being very sensitive to the medium skills? Do you get a band around your head like this every once in a while? Like it feels like you've got a headache, but almost could be sinuses, and you just feel like you're missing something? Oh, thank you, Heidi. Yes, Heidi's down, man. She understands what I don't understand it, so she's got it. Because someone on the other side is really trying to get your attention, like almost like they're dropping books on the floor. Like, why aren't you paying attention? I don't understand how you're not understanding what I'm saying. You understood me when I was alive. I don't get why you're not getting it here. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that, because you need to pay more attention. That band around your head, I used to get this all the time when I used to be so hard on myself. Here's your message. I used to be so hard on myself because I felt like I was not doing everything exactly the way everybody else did anything in their spiritual journey. And it was not until I realized that my journey is my journey and their journey is their journey, and you do everything perfect. Okay. That's when the messages start to come through. When you drop the pressure that you have on yourself in life, and you go, everything happens because it's going to happen, because it's supposed to happen. This has been mapped out a long time ago. Yes, there's free will. Little things are going to happen and change here and there. But as soon as you start to relax into your intuitive skills, that's when the skills start to blossom. And that is the guide that's trying to help you do that. They're like, come on, just breathe. Just breathe. Start breathing into your gut, into your lower dantian, down into your below your navel. Start breathing deep down in there. And when you're breathing out, I want you to start pulling that breath up and really bringing your gut to your backbone. I want you to really start expanding on that, because it's going to create a lot of energy flow in your body and break things up. So I want you to start working on your own energetic flow. You have to relax into it. You can't, you know what? If you're going to be in your spiritual journey and you're going to work, the joy is very hard to find. You have to live in the joy. It is the highest of vibrations. That and love are the highest of vibrations. I'm very hard on myself and I feel like I don't have any intuitive abilities, but you know that's wrong, right? You know that's incorrect. Because everybody does. We don't come to this planet without skills. Wouldn't it be really interesting if the whole point of coming into human existence is to realize that it's all beyond, we're all beyond the actual daily grind, and that we're supposed to be picking up on our intuitive skills so that we can connect a little bit higher the next time around, and then the next time around. And then if the goal was for all of us to be realizing that we're intuitives and using it. Right? Meredith Reed. I hope that helps. Relax. Enjoy it. Have fun with it. It's okay to joke with your guides, you guys. Do you guys know that? Like earlier when I had somebody say something that was like, I'm not saying that online. Do not think that you don't have a guide that can come in and cuss like a sailor. Sorry, it happens. And I try not to do it online, but if it's part of a really strong message, I will have to do it. But that was just a little over the top. I couldn't do that. I just had a light bulb moment about something in my life. Do moments like that come from guides? Absolutely. They drop it in our lap. Renee Shellon, one of my guides, is a smart ass. Absolutely. Your guides laugh at you and think you're ridiculous. So talk to us about I'm gonna work on Meredith Reed, but tell us, you guys, how do your guides come across? How do you guys come across? And I'll share, you guys know how mine come across, but it just, they come across differently. One of your guides speaks in emojis. I love that. I love that. They're so unique. They're going to come across in ways that they know you're going to understand every time. You know how hard it's going to be for me not to see the chat on the Spiritual Psychics TV? It's really going to be really difficult for me because I'm so used to interacting with everybody. You have potty mouth too. Hey, you know, they really do interact with the people they're supposed to, don't they? Okay, moving on to Meredith Reed. Meredith Reed, are you still here? I'm not in tune, but I get the gut feelings and pulls. We are going to have a class. We are going to have a class on intuitive development. I have to get moved, so it's probably going to be in August. I have to get all my stuff moved from Oklahoma. My drums, I'm missing my drums. It's my drums, and I was missing the dolphin. Like, we pulled out of the driveway, and I left the dolphin on my desk, and I was like, oh my God, I worried that someone was going to go into the house in Oklahoma, not steal the TV or my very expensive computer, but was going to steal my Lemurian. Like, they would have targeted my Lemurian. It's the silliest thing, but I fretted about it the whole time. Okay, you are fine, Meredith Reed. I can see you. Meredith Reed, I want to come across with a animal totem for you. You have a healer horse. Horses are the healers of the animal kingdom. When it comes to animal totems, one of the very first types of readings I started to do was animal totem readings, because I work closely with, I'm a shaman, and I work closely with animals when I'm doing healing sessions. So this actual horse is white. This is important. Okay, this is a lifelong guide for you. I don't know what you do in life, but you are a natural healer. So we're going to do a real quick thing. Meredith, do you know about energy healing? Do you do any type of energy healing? Because I want to know, because we're going to do a real quick thing if you don't. Everybody on the face of the planet, by the way, you guys, is an energy healer. Every single one. It's not a spectacular skill. Intuitive is not a spectacular skill. It is just the ability of one person to be able to figure out how to connect the dots. That is the only thing that holds one person apart from another, something that can be learned. So the same is said for energy healing. Now, some people are called to be shamans. Some people are called to be Reiki masters. Some people are called to do other things, and that's all perfect because it is all from the same source. Gosh, can you tell the guides are talking? Whoa. I probably do. I sell roses in the bars. I always seem to be there at the right moments. Isn't that perfect? So what I want you to do, you guys, we're going to make a real quick energy ball real quick and rub your hands together. I'm going to show you guys that everybody has the energy to do this. Everybody has the capacity to be a healer. So when you're done with that, I want you to pull your hands out about here, and I want you to close your eyes. My dogs have things to say. I want you to close your eyes. And I better bring my energy down here really quickly. Hold on 1 second. Drop that out. And what I want you to do is I want you to visualize. I want you to close your eyes and visualize Spencer's Goods. Do you remember in Spencer's, they used to have that great big huge plasma ball that when you went to touch the glass, electricity shot out all over the place? I want you to visualize that in the middle of your palms here, right in front of your face, just this great big huge ball of electricity that is vibrating and shooting electric energy into your palms of your hands. And what I want you to do is I want you to slowly start to bring your hands together. And when you start to feel something in the center of your palms, on the back of your hands, on your fingertips, any place on your hands, it can be a tingle, it can be a vibration, it can be heat, it can be cold. I want you to stop. Buford, what are you doing? And then what I want you to do is I want you to bring your hands further apart, and then start to bring your hands in again and feel how dense it gets right there in the middle of your palms. How dense that feeling of the air is right there in the middle of your hands, like right here. It's really, truly amazing how much energy we have within our bodies. You could drop your hands. It's amazing how much energy we have within our bodies to naturally heal. you're called upon, actually, your guides call on you for natural healing. If you ever feel as if you run across a teacher that sounds good to you, that you want to learn from when it comes to energy healing, do it. Do it. Follow your gut, because you have the capacity. Your chakras are very fluid. So when someone says you're a natural healer versus somebody else, I said we're all healers, right? But some people are able to flow energy through their body much more efficiently to heal other people than some of the people are. And you are one of those people. This horse is with you for your whole entire life. This is a main animal totem. Animal totems come in to give us and lend us their skills. And as a healing horse, they're saying, hey, I'm here to assist you, and you can just really just start a session and hand it over, and that energy will take over. I bet you probably have people tell you their stories as well. You're also an empath. So those things combined make you a very, very effective natural healer. Moving on. Anne-Marie, are you here? That made the hairs on my arms electrify. Like when you rub your hair, the balloon on your hair. Yeah, absolutely. Isn't it cool? It's so cool. We all have that capacity. You guys, shameless plug. You. Meredith, I do teach. Actually, there is a free Reiki 1 class on the webpage. So if you go to the web, mymysticallife.com, there's a free Reiki level 1 class there. All you have to do is go. I mean, it's a shameless plug. You go in and you give your email. I don't spam people. You guys very rarely get emails from me, but you can go take it, and it's a fast class. Everybody can do it. It's a natural thing. So, and if you want to go beyond that, absolutely. And I will teach a formal Reiki level 1. Yes, Lisa, 1:00 today. It's not TV, it's YouTube and Facebook, but it's a large audience, and I'm so excited. As you save animals, your hands tingle. Yeah. And here's the thing. It's so funny. When you take a class, you're like, you have an indication of how to turn your Reiki on and off, right? So in the class, you're like, you can say healing hands or whatever, just ignite them and just imagine them on fire. And I'm like, Reiki on. Morning. Probably lost people on that one. I love to have fun with with all intuition, all of it. It's all a lot of fun. Okay, moving on. Yeah, I know. Isn't he cute? Yeah. Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie, are you here, Anne-Marie? I hope that helps, Meredith. We'll watch My Mystical Life for when on the newsletter. We'll have when we have things come on. Yeah, now he's done. He's displeased. Flame on. Exactly, Vedra. I understand, Meredith. Yeah, just whenever you're ready. Anne-Marie, are you here? And then Ashley Jensen. I think I did something to my thumbs. Probably when I had that major cramp the other day. Anne-Marie. If not, I have to scroll up. Fantastic Four. Flame on. I got it. Who's watching Loki? My husband is watching Loki. He's not seen any of the Marvel universe at all, and he's watching Loki. I'm like, we need to have an intervention. You need to watch the rest of it. Yes, absolutely. Everybody send healing energy to Diana's friend Autumn. She was hurt very badly in an accident on the property. Yeah, nope, Anne-Marie. I'm looking for Anne-Marie, A-N-N Marie. Yeah, there's a lot of comments going on. There's YouTube comments, and then there's Facebook comments on My Mystical Life as well. What is the best way for us to access our own Akashic records? Meditation. Absolutely. You meditate and you head to them. Shamanic Journey gets you there faster just because you're within the theta brainwave, which is Shamanic Journey, of course. And if you're in the membership, that's what every one of our guided meditations is shamanic journey through, and it's all channeled Metatron. I never know. I know where our destination is going to be when we go to do meditation, but I never know where we're going to go to get there. And so it's all Metatron. It's just really cool. Off to bed. Good night. Oh, I have one more. Actually, okay. I didn't see Anne Marie come on. So Ashley Jensen, painting my toes soon. Fingers crossed. No cramps. Let me tell you, that cramp, it's no joke. I'm lucky I didn't pee myself. It hurt so bad. It hurt so bad. No cramps. No cramps. Just go get it done. It's worth the $30 to sit in the massage chair and have it done. I swear it is. Ashley Jensen. Let's see. Ashley Jensen, I would like you to know that you're clairaudient. I don't know if you realize that some Diane's like, she'll tell anything online. Ashley Jensen, some of the internal dialogue you have, because your brain goes a mile a minute. Your very left brain, and that left brain and that right brain are just like at odds with each other, because your right brain is having this internal dialogue done. It's internal dialogue. Here's what's really cool, you guys. Here is a tip. And I learned this, and my mind was like, boom, blown. Couldn't believe it. If you are talking to yourself and you say you or we, that is guides talking to you. If you say me and I, that's internal dialogue, you talking to yourself. Your guides, when they talk to you as a clairaudient, we all think that we're going to hear something externally, like somebody's going to walk up to us and whisper in our ear. That's very Hollywood. It doesn't happen. It can happen, and it does. They come across in different ways for clairaudience, so many variety of ways. But when you're doing it through inner dialogue, which we do a lot, think of your pronoun. Aha, right? Aha. Who just had an aha moment? Aha moment. So when you're talking to yourself, pay attention to your internal dialogues, because there's a lot of times we're talking to ourselves and we go, I would never, why are you staring at the wall? Buford? Yay? You're so weird. You're not going to call yourself you. Wild, right? So pay attention to your internal dialogue. You are getting a lot of spirit communication, and they're working with you on laying out plans. Hi, Sylvia T. They're working on laying out plans, like a schedule. I'm not quite sure what they're talking about, but they're like, it's an order of operations. So you have a guide that's working with you right now on efficiency. They're like, the left brain is so active that sometimes it feels like you have so much crap and corruption within your brain, within your head, that it feels like you could almost go into panic mode because you have so many things going on. Tone that down. Tone that down. It's not all you. It's not all you. This guide's trying to go. If you go in this direction, pay attention to it, because it is going to shift the way you look at some of the things you do in life, because you may feel so overwhelmed that you drop things and don't pay attention to it anymore, because you're like, I just can't handle that. I just can't handle that. When you can go, all right, we're done. Boundaries. We need to have guide boundaries and set boundaries. You can set hours of operation with your guides where you say, I will only speak to you between such and such and such and such. And people that are just starting to open up intuitively need to do this, because when you go to bed at night, you could be hearing people calling your name across the room, which is an external thing, very alarming. But it's when you're first opening up, you're like this huge lighthouse, and all the energies are trying to get in and clamor for attention, because you're opening up and you don't have those barriers yet. And you need to be constructing some barriers. Oh, you're going to post a baby picture with a mustache? Absolutely. What does it mean when you get a metal taste in your mouth? That is clairgustance, and you have to figure out what it means for you, Zenny. That's why I can't tell you what it means, because that's how we build our own Bible, if you, for lack of a better word, or encyclopedia of what this means for each and every one of us. That's how we have to do it. We can't tell each other. I can tell you what your gifts are, but I can't tell you what your gifts absolutely mean, because that's part of the learning process. And with that, everybody, I'm out. I've got stuff and things to do before I go live. Your speakers went on your phone. Okay, you're gonna have to rewatch that. Okay. Yeah, or you can be all night turning your mind won't stop, like someone is telling you something. Absolutely. That's why we set hours of operation. So yeah, Ashley Jensen, watch it. Gosh, I'm so sorry. Her audio went out on the phone. Okay, with that, you guys, I have to go. I have to get ready, and hope to see you guys at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time right here. And although I won't be able to see your guys' comments, I'm sure that I will hear about them later from the moderator. And I'm super excited. Super excited. We'll see how it goes. And I just am mourning the fact that I can't see comments. It's going to be very different for me. Yep, it is right here, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time on Spiritual Psychics TV on Facebook and YouTube. So everybody have a great afternoon and hope to see you there. All right, guys.